Hey guys, it's Miss Gretchen again. It is Wednesday, so this is Hands-On Wednesday, and today we are going to do salt art. Basically, it makes a 3D picture and it makes it kind of pop out of the page. So this is what it looks like. This is my, whoa, sorry, it's still a little wet. There we go, we'll just do that real quick. Anyway, this is my flower I made, and as you can see, it's still a little wet, so it's drippy, but that's okay. You won't be doing that until yours is dry. So let me just clean up myself. All right, so what you'll need for this is some kind of a dark piece of paper. Cardstock, construction paper, anything that's going to show up your picture a little bit better. Darker is better, so if you have black, it's going to be great. Obviously, you'll need napkins. You'll need some salt. You'll need glue, just good old-fashioned Elmer's glue. Any kind of glue you have at home will work. You'll need some water and a paintbrush. And you'll need some watercolors. And since we've all got our kids' supplies home from school, I'm gonna bet we all have some watercolors at home if you have smaller people. All right, so what you first start doing is you're going to do a design. And I think I'm gonna do a snail. Let's just make sure my glue is going. There we go. And you just draw whatever picture you want to do with your glue. And I'm just going to give him some swirls in the middle of his shell. We've all seen snails do that. And if there's any spots that didn't get glue, just go back over it. Put some glue on it. So when you're done, oh, we need to give him some antenna, huh? And I gave him an eye because he needs to see. So when you're done, he'll look just like this, or not necessarily like this. It's only if you want to do a snail. I chose a snail. All right, this part can get a little messy, so parents, if you want to help, that's great, or if you just put some newspaper underneath them, or do it outside if it's not a windy day, it'll work too. I'm going to advise you, you do not want to use the salt afterwards. I'm assuming we all know this, but I always have to make a disclaimer, just in case, as if somebody's helping and they put something back. All right, so what you do is you're going to take your salt, and everywhere that you have glue, you're going to put your salt in there. And just cover it up real good. And if you're going to do multiple pictures, you can use the salt from one picture, shake it off, and then go with the next. So, pick up your picture, so you're going to have your salt on it, and it's going to look kind of like this. I don't know if you can see very well. You're going to just pour all the excess salt back in to your thing, and I don't know if you can see this real well. Here, I'm going to put this down. Got one that's a little drier. You can see real quick, you see all the salt on there, and it's kind of cool. And it looks really cool just if you stop right there. And if you want to, you're welcome to kind of clean up your mess just a little bit. And this is again why you don't want to reuse the salt. All right. So next, if you want to put some color in your snail, you're more than welcome to. And the cool thing about having the salt on top is it works as a filter. And wherever you put your paint, it's going to spread it. So it the paint will follow the salt, which is really kind of cool. All right, so let's see. I've got the basic colors. Now let's see what we want to make my snail. I think you'll start with putting a little bit of, let me get over where you can see a little bit of what I'm doing. A little bit. All right, you start with some water, get a little bit in there, put it into your water paint cake, and then just kind of get some color on there, and then let's see if you can see it while I'm doing it. You just dab it on there. See how I'm doing it? Just dabbing it nicely. Alright, so see how it's spreading already? And see how his head's filling in, even though. So you really won't need a lot of color in it. You'll just want to fill in where you want. And if you want to change colors, that's where it really gets fun, because then the colors blend into each other. So let me just go ahead and fill him in a little bit. And see, on his shell, I'm going to want multiple colors. I want him to be pretty and show off his colors. And if you need a little bit more water to put in your cake to make it work, you're welcome to do so. So I just tab along, and there we go. And use your paper towels to clean off your brush, and then pick a new color. So far, this is what my guy looks like. See, he's got his body's filled in, and see how it's starting to spread a little? So let's give him, put a little water in here. Let's give him, I don't know, blue eyes like me. It's too much water. Okay, so I just put a little dot on there, and that's his blue eyes. All right. And then I like lots of pretty bright colors. So I'm going to start by putting some orange on his shell. There we go. There's some bright orange. And then I'm going to let that blend in. And then I'm going to do some red. I like red, and just put that on his shell. All right, and then I think I'm going to do purple next, because I really like purple. All right. You guys can do this along with me, or you can just watch how to do it and then do it at home. I know it's hard to see what I'm doing because I'm on where I'm doing my recordings, but there's how he looks so far. So I've just got a couple more colors to put in. So I think I'm going to put some more blue on there. I'm going to put some blue in his shell. All right, and then I think for my last color, I'm going to put some brown, because then that way he blends in real well with the ground, so he doesn't get caught by a bird or anything. So let me get him in there. So he's a little surprised when you pick him up, then you see the cool colors underneath. Alright, and if you're doing this at home, give yourself a little time to let it dry between sections, because that will make it not as drippy as mine is, but that's okay. If you want to just go straight to it, you are welcome to. Alright, and so I've got my little guy done, and he's a little drippy, but that's okay. So there you go, there's my snail, and he's done with painting with salt, glue, and watercolors. So he makes it lots of fun, and it makes it easy to clean up if you have your papers, your newspaper or anything underneath it. So I'm just going to catch some of his drips real quick so you can see him. All right, and there he is without so many drips. All right, guys, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.